We want to say that thing that you've been swallowing. What truth do you need to speak today? Well, my truth, if you watched yesterday or the day before yesterday actually, was me getting on my soapbox a little bit. So I decided to push that back and save that for today a little bit. And I'm going to get on my soapbox a little bit. I'm not going to get too crazy. But my truth that I want to speak to you guys today is talking about being right, versus having compassion and kindness for other people. Now, I see this all the time, and I know you do too, where, we're on our social media page and everything. It may not even be social media. You might be talking to a group or some friends or something, and people are people. People have difference in opinions. That's just how it is. That's just how it's always going to be. We're people, and we're always going to have a difference in opinions. Here and there sometimes, and we need to learn how to deal with that. And I think that this camera is making me look a little cross-eyed here, so I'm going to try to shift gears a little bit. But we need to learn how to talk to people that have different opinions than we do, and we need to learn how to not yell and scream, I'm right, you're wrong, and just have a conversation. Because the thing about it is, right is actually a matter of opinion a lot of times. I'm not talking about scientific facts that the sky is blue, things like that. There's always going to be somebody who wants to argue that the sky, and sometimes the sky is purple and different colors and stuff. So maybe that's the way they see things. Maybe that's their reality. Maybe their reality isn't the same as ours. But anyway, the point I'm getting to is we need to have kindness for folks instead of just screaming, I'm right, and you're wrong. We may not agree with what they say. We don't have to. Nobody says that we have to agree with what somebody else is saying. We have our opinions, we have our truths, and we can speak our truths. But we can do it with kindness, without yelling and screaming, calling people names. And little tidbit information, when you start calling people names and getting in that little, I like to call it FU mode, when you get in that little FU mode, that's when things take a turn. And to be quite honest, you don't really sound as smart as you think you do when you're in that mode. You just kind of sound like an a-hole. And unless you really want everybody to think you're an a-hole, don't be an a-hole. So that can be today's side lesson. Don't be an a-hole. But just remember, we want to speak with kindness and compassion. And we control our emotions a little bit. Not become an a-hole.
Enjoy conversation with the peach. She's just a little frosty.